Coming up on this edition of Talk of the Town from Guernsey County Job and Family Services, we'll be talking Fraud Awareness Month. Did you know that May is Fraud Awareness Month? Well, it is. And that's why we've got Jim Hunter, as well as the person with the hardest name to pronounce in Guernsey County, Chris Huffstutler. Yes, I think I said it right that time. Thank you very much, Adam. We'll also have from Hospice of Guernsey, hey, you know her from a different organization, but now she's with Hospice. I'm talking about Stephanie Pfalzgraf telling us about this year's Touch a Truck event. And what would a Talk of the Town be without some kind of performing artist? Dr. Berk Jones is just that. He is the director of the Cambridge City Band. He's going to be in here telling us about this year's concert series. It's all on this edition of Talk of the Town.
From the U.S. Bank Studios in downtown Cambridge, Ohio, it's Talk of the Town.
Welcome on to a brand new edition of Talk of the Town, live today from the U.S. Bank Studios here in downtown Cambridge. It's your boy Jeremy Scott in the cockpit once again, and of course behind the cameras, turning the knobs, making sure that everything looks oh so pretty and all that other good jazz. We've got Adam Green, our producer man.
I make you look good.
Well, hey, listen, somebody's got to try at least. God sure didn't do a good job of it. But I'll tell you what, we have got a packed show here today. And, you know, it is Fraud Awareness Month. It's a lot of things Awareness Month. I feel like May is like Awareness Month for like everything. It's, Law Enforcement Month. It is Mental Health Awareness Month. But it's also Fraud Awareness Month. I'm here to talk about that from Job and Family Services. We have Chris Huffstutler alongside Jim Hunter. And he's a guy who, I tell you what, we've talked to a lot on the airwaves over the years. Chris, good to have you on. And Jim, good to have you on as well. So you are an investigator with JFS.
I am the county's fraud investigator for all of the programs administered by the Department of Job and Family Services here in Cambridge.
Okay, so Fraud Awareness Month, just an overview of what that means exactly.
Well, it's an opportunity for the local county agencies to raise awareness of the preventative measures that the county employees are taking at the Department of Job and Family Services, as well as the cooperative efforts of some of our vendors, and particularly with EBT, to combat public assistance fraud in the state of Ohio.
Okay. All right, so when we're talking about EBT, we're talking about the food stamp cards and that kind of thing.
Food stamp card, Ohio Works First Cash Assistance, those are both electronic benefit transfer cards. Yes.
So Chris, how does one commit fraud with his or her food stamp card?
So like if a household, they have reporting requirements for all our programs, and they have certain time frames to report those things. Certain things that they may not report may be an inadvertent household error, or they may intentionally do that. And sometimes our workers can even enter information incorrectly. Mm-hmm. So if they would say get a new job, for example, but they don't report that income to us because we're income-based programs, then that would be considered fraud.
Sure.
And they would get benefits that they weren't entitled to.
How often are these reports to be filed that you're talking about from the households?
Well, it depends. Like they need to report at application, at reapplication. There's certain things we have in the certification period. They call an interim report. Mm-hmm. And if those are requirements to be reported, that's when they need to do that.
Okay, all right. And obviously, being that this is Fraud Awareness Month, we want people to be aware, Jim, of the fact that this is going on, and furthermore, how to report it if it is happening.
Absolutely. It is something that affects every community, large and small, metropolitan or rural areas. Mm-hmm. And if someone believes that another person is receiving benefits they're not supposed to be, or not being honest about their situation to receive those benefits, they can contact the local office at 432-2381 and ask to speak to an investigator, or they can report via the internet at www.jfs.ohio.gov/fraud.
Okay. All right. And if it does turn out to be a data entry error or something like that, obviously no harm, no foul. But what are the penalties for actual, like, malicious and malevolent fraud?
Well, the illegal use of food stamps in the state of Ohio, regardless of the dollar value, is a 5th-degree felony.
Oh, wow.
Over $7,500 becomes a 4th-degree felony. So the higher the dollar value of the benefit that was improperly received increases the penalty. Locally, we try to ensure that we're not looking at a jail situation. Obviously, there are those who are violating parole or probation at some point in the course of their actions, and they would serve appropriate sanctions imposed by the court from there. But if we send someone to jail, they generally don't work, and we generally don't get the money back. And this is about recovering the benefits that were improperly paid. So we want to work with the courts, with the prosecutor's office, with the probation department to ensure that these folks stay viable tax-paying citizens, so they stay employed and we can recover those monies.
Chris, it almost sounds to me like there is a forgiveness period that goes into this. And I don't want to say forgiveness in terms of you don't have to pay it back, but we're going to give you X amount of days to pay this back so that you don't have to go to jail.
Yeah, there are times that we can work with the clients if they agree to it, or we can go, is it administrative
disqualification processes,
hearing,
those sort of things. Yeah.
Yes, where we can work with them to work back getting that in money's paid back. And they can also use their food stamp card as well. So if they have funds or they're still ongoing, they can have that done as a recoupment, we call it, that they can repay that.
And then once it's all settled, then it's settled, and you're basically said, you're told, hey, don't do this again. Because I would have to imagine if you're a repeat offender, obviously you want to keep people out of jail, but if you're a repeat offender, there can be jail time that can go into it.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, there's that, and there's the administrative disqualification process, so that an individual who's found guilty by the courts of committing fraud for a first offense would receive 12 months disqualification from the program for food stamps. Cash assistance, there's a disqualification program regiment, but that revolves around an outstanding balance. So an individual who's found to have committed fraud for cash assistance, they remain ineligible as long as there's an outstanding balance. So it's in their interest and in the family's interest to repay the monies owed as soon as possible so they can regain that eligibility for continuing benefits.
How successful has this been for you in the past, Jim?
Well, I've been the investigator in Guernsey County for 13 years, and in February of 2019, of course, the state announced the awareness campaign, but in 2018, we completed 66 investigations of suspected fraud or misdoings by individuals in the community. We established claims totaling more than $41,000, and we actually recovered or brought back over $59,800 in benefits that were not supposed to have gone out in the first place.
Oh, wow. And I would have to imagine, too, that kept a lot of people out of jail.
Absolutely. You know, the faster the monies are repaid, the more agreeable they are to coming to terms with a repayment agreement, the more likely it is that would keep an offender out of jail.
Okay, all right. So if somebody does believe that there is fraud taking place and they want Jim or whichever investigator to look into it, Chris, what are the means that they can go by to report that?
Well, as he had mentioned earlier, they can certainly call the agency, their local agency, at 740-432-2381. Okay. They can also get on the internet, and the site is www.jfs.ohio.gov/fraud.
And there is a reporting agency on that website?
Yes, that they can.
There's a link there to that as well.
And those remain anonymous as well.
That's good. So. And if there is suspected to be some kind of malevolent reporting or something like that, do you ever run into that, Jim, where somebody is out to get somebody else?
We do. We've had occasions where someone's simply disgruntled about their denial of benefit on an application, or there's a personal grudge or a family issue. We've seen those, and we do our best to work through them. The state reporting guidelines are in place to allow us a good amount of leeway in determining the effectiveness and evaluating the circumstance. So we work with other agencies such as the police department, the sheriff's office. We look at whether or not there's a prior history between the person who's complaining or making the complaint and the person who is the subject of the complaint. So, circumstances matter, and sometimes it is just that, sour grapes.
Sure. All kinds of good information here. Fraud Awareness Month. Who knew that there was so much that went into that in the month of May? Chris Huffstutler. Excuse me. I'm gonna get that right one day. It's Huffstutler. Thank you so much for coming up.
Thank you.
Jim Hunter, always a pleasure to see you as well. And we'll be back with plenty more Talk of the Town right here on YRP TV.
Talk of the Town will be right back.
Learning Jungle on Main Street, formerly Main Street School Supply, is located in downtown Cambridge, just west of the courthouse on Wheeling Avenue. They have a huge selection full of educational resources and toys that teach as well as entertain. They feature a large inventory of gifts for children of all ages, and you just have to check out their selection of stuffed animals, puppets, games, and so much more. The Learning Jungle on Main Street, downtown Cambridge, has layaway for your convenience and is the area's only specialty toy store. A world of knowledge is waiting for you at their front door.
The Old Country Loft in Byesville is full of quality country primitives and a whole lot more. Ruth Dixon and her crew bring you the things you need to decorate your home with country charm and warmth. The Old Country Loft, corner of Main and Glass Avenue, Byesville.
Cambridge is more than just a town. This is our home.
Supporting downtown Cambridge means shopping at the places we love with the people we love.
For the stuff we can't get anywhere else.
Food that tastes like home.
And personal service from people who know your name.
The money we spend here will keep our town growing.
Let's all shop small for our town.
The home we love.
And the uniqueness that makes Cambridge
a
great place to live, work, and play.
Check out Talk of the Town on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/YRPTV and be sure to subscribe.
And we're back here at Talk of the Town, YRPTV, home of Talk of the Town on Facebook, YRPTV on YouTube as well. It is Jeremy, and I'll tell you what, you can go and you can watch all previous episodes of Talk of the Town, both on that Facebook page that I just mentioned as well as on the YouTube channel that I just mentioned, from the very first episode that we ever did to the very last episode that we ever did, and of course all future episodes will be archived there as well for your viewing pleasure. I tell you what, joining us on set right now, we've got somebody who used to be under a different umbrella. She's still got the same name, but now she's just under a new umbrella. And I've got Stephanie Pfalzgraf with us. Stephanie, good to see you.
Good to see you.
And you're with Hospice of Guernsey now.
I am with Hospice of Guernsey.
How exciting is that?
Yes, it's a nice change in my life, a new page, and
yeah,
it's a good challenge.
You enjoying it out there?
Yes, I am.
Good.
Very
Well,
much.
I tell you what, you jumped in, and not only did you jump in pretty much head first, because you jumped in head first into busy season for Hospice of Guernsey, because Touch a Truck is on its way.
Yes, it is, and we're really excited. This is actually the 5th annual Touch a Truck that we've hosted out at Jurassic Park. We've got some great new sponsors this year, some great new trucks. We've currently got about 40 to 45 trucks coming out, everything from semis to oil and gas rigs to we have Kona Ice coming for some snacks, and we also will be having the United Way is going to be holding their kickoff campaign out there again with us this year, and they'll be hosting the concession stand.
Okay.
And they'll have hot dogs and hamburgers and walking tacos and all kinds of great stuff there too.
All right, so Touch a Truck, whenever I think of Touch a Truck, I think of things like first responder vehicles as well. Will they be out there?
Yes.
Fire department coming out, police department, sheriff's office, they all going to be there?
Yep, they're going to be there. We've got Old Washington Fire, we've got Antrim Fire. Actually, Marshall from Paw Patrol will actually be coming out with Antrim Fire Department this year too, so we're excited to have him.
Lots, yeah.
We've also got a couple other surprises. We could possibly have Tomater from Cars maybe making an appearance.
That's amazing. Okay, now I think that's a game changer right there. I might have to attend Touch a Truck.
He's got a busy schedule, so we're hoping he'll have a few minutes. But yes, we will have police departments and hopefully the K-9 unit, the State Highway Patrol, they're also going to be joining us this year.
How much does it cost to get in?
It is a free family event. There is no cost, obviously. Being a nonprofit, we always welcome donations, but there is no cost for anyone to come. Even the concession stand for United Way is by donation only. So we will have basket raffles also out there. We have a great 2-passenger Power Wheel we will be raffling off. We've got a great Ohio State basket from Cambridge Packaging.
That's exciting.
There could be a possibility of some Ohio State tickets we will be raffling off also. Some stained glass by Carolyn Dixon, and a lot of other great things that have been donated to us from area businesses.
If anybody is watching this and would like to make a donation, will you accept those donations?
Yes, we are always accepting donations. We are Medicaid and Medicare and private insurance paid, but we do not deny anybody any services if they do not have coverage. We take those, and that's where our donations and our fundraising goes into play.
Is this the first year you guys and United Way have teamed up during this event?
No, actually this is I think the 3rd year they've been down there. I've been privileged enough to actually participate in the event through the Senior Center and United Way. So this will be the first time actually organizing the event, but yes, this is about the 3rd year, I believe.
That's a very good partnership to have right there.
Yes,
the fact that United Way and Hospice of Guernsey can kind of come together and do this together. And of course, the food is very needed. So it's not like they're just there. They're there to provide a very much needed service, especially when the kids are going to be running around.
And it'll also be available to all the individuals that bring the trucks. They'll be offered to have that. And all the other United Way agencies will also be there, helping either with the concession stand, or they will have booths and some games for the kids and things like that.
Very nice, very nice. So, like I said, you jumped in during busy season. Touch a Truck is always a huge time of the year for Hospice of Guernsey.
It's a lot of fun. It is a great event, a lot of fun.
Did you guys do the flamingos this year?
Yes, we are currently doing the flamingos. They've kind of been a little busy. We've gone everywhere from Noble, which we do service Noble, Western Belmont, and Guernsey County. And the flamingos have been all over. They've been at Food Center, they've been at West Banco in Barnesville, they've been all over. So if anybody's interested in having the flock stop by, that is another fundraising event we have. We're able to flock individuals for birthdays and anniversaries, or just because you want the flock.
Yeah.
The flock is available no matter what.
So if you want to get flocked, just contact Stephanie. That's all it comes down
That's
to
right
there. Yeah, and what is the purpose of the flamingo? How did that whole thing come about?
To be perfectly honest, I don't know. I have no idea where the flamingo came from, but it has become the mascot of hospice, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, so is that going on just through the month of May, or is that going on all summer long?
The flamingos are available as soon as the ground thaws. They come back up north. They're available anywhere. And then about when the ground starts getting a little harder from the frost, they'll fly back south. And
that'll be a sad time. I'm not looking forward to that. I want the ground to stay thawed for a while.
Yeah, me too.
Especially after winter wheat.
Yeah.
So definitely get in touch with Stephanie if you would like, again, to have a flamingo come and visit you, or whomever. Maybe you know somebody out there who would like a flamingo for his or her birthday. I'm sure that Stephanie can make that happen too. What's the best way of getting in touch with you?
You can call our office. The number is 740-432-7440, or you can find us on Facebook at Hospice of Guernsey.
Very nice. Go ahead and give the details one last time about Touch a Truck.
Touch a Truck, Saturday, June 8th from 10 to 2. We are always welcoming if individuals have trucks or rough trucks or anything that they would like to participate. You can call us and let us know. And otherwise, we will be out of Jurassic.
And don't forget about donations as well. Stephanie would love to take your donations for the event. This enables hospice to continue to do fun stuff like Touch a Truck for our community. We're very lucky to have an organization such as Hospice of Guernsey here among us and doing all this family fun stuff. Stephanie Pfalzgraf, hey, congratulations on the new gig, and all the best going forward. I'm sure it won't be long before we talk to you again.
Nope, I'll be back.
All right, good. I like hearing that. And we'll be back with Dr. Berk Jones right here on Talk of the Town.
Talk of the Town will be right back. Bundy Law Funeral Home has worked since 1924 to earn the confidence of the families they have served and continue their commitment to the community. They offer a complete range of quality services, from funerals to cremation, and honor all faiths and customs. The staff at Bundy Law understands you need to know all the available options to make the right decisions for your family. A price list is available upon request, and they invite your comparisons. You will make the right choice when you choose Bundy Law Funeral Home.
U.S. Bank is the 5th largest bank in the country, and while being recognized nationally for their strength and stability, they continue to provide hometown service. At U.S. Bank, they provide a variety of products and services for your consumer and small business needs, such as free checking with internet banking, loans and lines of credit, and free financial planning services. At U.S. Bank, they're proud to support the growth and development of their communities by helping local business owners achieve success.
For a show schedule of upcoming guests and to watch past episodes, go to yourradioplace.com.
Segment number 3 of this edition of Talk of the Town here on YRP TV, home of Talk of the Town on Facebook, and of course YRP TV on YouTube as well. I love how I can just be subtle and happens off camera.
It's not you, and this guy right here is subtlety is not your strong suit.
So when I do it then, see, it's kind of like the boy who cried wolf, you know, you do it too much and people don't believe it, but every now and then if you bust out the subtlety, then people believe it.
I just don't believe it.
You just don't believe it.
I don't believe a word he says.
Oh, that's good. That's good. You know, I think that more people could probably benefit from your wisdom there, Berk. That's my opinion on it. Hey, good to see you, my man. Pleasure as always to have you on. So, you know, you are here today to talk about your new bowling team. As I can see,
That's exactly
you guys
right.
have taken up bowling. The Cambridge City Band has.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We have quite a a big group that bulls.
Yeah. That'd be quite the team.
But where are we going to bull?
You wouldn't. Yeah, that's a very good question.
I mean,
tell you
there's no
what.
bowling alley.
There is no bowling alley.
Yeah.
You probably remember when there was one.
Oh yeah, there were 3.
There were wait. There used to be 3 bowling alleys in Cambridge, Ohio. Wow. I tell you what, Berk, I think that's your new business venture. I mean, because you don't wear enough hats as it is.
No.
Directing the barbershop course, being a dentist, and of course directing the city band as well, which is actually why you're here today.
That's
not
why
to
we're
talk
here.
about Cambridge nostalgia. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with that, of course, but we want to talk a little bit about the city band because you guys have quite the summer concert series coming up.
Yes, we do. We're very, very busy this year. It's different. We've added a couple. And who knows? We might add another.
Might even get more gigs. But let's talk about the ones that we know of so far.
Yes.
Of course, the 4th of July. That's always your big, huge main event. People always look forward to that. People have been looking forward to that for a while. Okay, followed by Labor Day. So obviously that's coming up too. But you also have one on Memorial Day, is that correct?
Yes, this is a brand new venture for us. We haven't done a Memorial Day concert, I don't think, for over 30 years.
Okay.
But some people that are at the Memorial Day parade, they come up and they say, now you do have a concert tonight. And I said, we haven't done a concert on Memorial Day. Of course, the parade rarely falls on Memorial Day, the real Memorial Day.
Right.
So, but this year, the 30th falls on a Thursday. And so I just think it's time that we do a Memorial Day concert. So
is it going to be all patriotic stuff?
It's all patriotic stuff, basically about remembering those who have fought and gave us our freedom.
That's an important thing to do.
It is.
We need to do that. And of course, the 4th of July will incorporate some of the patriotism, but from what you told me off camera, there's going to be a little bit more secular stuff too.
Yes. We have some stuff that is, and we've got the Cambridge Singers joining us for that concert.
Oh, wow. I was not aware of this.
They're going to be doing a number that they did on their show, and it's very fitting. It's called Song for the Unsung Hero.
Oh, wow.
And I think it's very fitting that we do that number, and they've agreed to do that, and I'm very happy about that.
How many people are in the band right now?
Around 40. Mm-hmm. Around 40. We've got 8 new people that have come in the last couple weeks, adults and students. But we have an adult that just came in after 40 years. She has not played for 40 years, and she's enjoying it, and that's what it's about.
So it won't be another 40 years till
That's
she picks
right.
up the
That's
instrument
right.
again. She's
That's
actually
exactly
picking
right.
it up probably as we speak.
She is. She's really excited about it.
Getting ready for these gigs that are coming
That's
up
right.
on Memorial
That's
Day and,
right.
of course, on 4th of July as well.
Yes.
So you've got 40 people in the band right
Yes.
now, and
Yes.
you say that the age range is really wide and vast?
Yes. Our youngest, I think, right now is a freshman in high school, and the oldest is 91.
Wow. 91.
Yes. He comes, he rarely misses. He lives in Zanesville, and he's been a member of the band for several years.
So what does he think about playing some of this new stuff that I think, some of the secular stuff that you guys will be doing on the 4th of July?
Yeah, he of course, he likes stuff like Stars and Stripes and stuff like that.
Stuff that was top 40 back when he was a kid.
Yes. And so, he goes for that stuff. But he likes some of the other stuff too.
And of course, the freshman in high school obviously has to love the fact that you're doing more modern stuff.
Yes.
Probably it's probably kind of the inverse. He loves the modern stuff and tolerates the older stuff, whereas the older guy, he kind of loves the older stuff and tolerates the modern stuff.
That's exactly
but there's a
right.
happy medium.
That's
you're
right.
a good uniter. I think that's what this comes down
it's,
to.
you have to look at our audience. We don't want to lose our audience.
Of course not.
And we're gaining, I noticed last year, our audience is what they call younger. We're getting some younger people to come.
Why did you put that in quotes, Berk?
Well, because, people, when I was in high school, my sisters used to say, that's the fuddy-duddy band.
Oh.
The fuddy-duddy band, because they were all older and it was all men. When I was in high school, and so.
And you don't want to become that. You don't want to become the fuddy-duddy.
No. And I think that's what's keeping us going and getting us more popular. I think is because we we play to the whole scheme of age.
A little something for everybody.
Yes.
That's what you're after.
That's what it's for.
And if people may be watching this saying, I haven't picked up my musical instrument in 40 years, but I would love to join those guys because Berk's got such a nice hairline, who wouldn't want to play for a guy like that? What's the joining process like, Berk?
I tell people, bring your instrument and come right up to the band room, which is upstairs at the City Hall, and come on in and join us, and we'll find you a seat. And if they haven't played for a while, it's going to take them a while to get back in the swing. But
sure.
I said, don't get discouraged, especially the younger ones. They're not used to playing some of the difficult music we do, and they'll just look at the music and kind of shake their head. And I'll just tell them, play the first note of every measure. Then the next time you'll get two.
Absolutely.
And it really improves their playing skills.
Well, it doesn't matter how difficult the music is. If it's good music and if it's enjoyable music, people want to learn it.
That's right.
That's what I've learned in my years of music.
It's whether it's vocal music or what. If it's fun music, they'll learn it and have a good time doing it.
Nobody knows it better than this guy right here, a local legend, Dr. Berk Jones.
Oh my goodness.
Pleasure as always, sir.
It's good to see you, and thanks for having us on the show, and hope everybody will come out to the park and enjoy the musical evening.
I would tell you to behave and be good, but you've never behaved. Don't start now.
No. I'm following your example.
Hey, listen, just be careful. Your face is going to wind up on a post office
Adam's
wall
always
somewhere.
perfect. I don't have to worry about that.
We're going to go to break right here on YRP TV.
Talk of the Town will be right back.
Learning Jungle on Main Street, formerly Main Street School Supply, is located in downtown Cambridge, just west of the courthouse on Wheeling Avenue. They have a huge selection full of educational resources and toys that teach as well as entertain. They feature a large inventory of gifts for children of all ages, and you just have to check out their selection of stuffed animals, puppets, games, and so much more. The Learning Jungle on Main Street, downtown Cambridge, has layaway for your convenience and is the area's only specialty toy store. A world of knowledge is waiting for you at their front door. U.S. Bank is the 5th largest bank in the country, and while being recognized nationally for their strength and stability, they continue to provide hometown service. At U.S. Bank, they provide a variety of products and services for your consumer and small business needs, such as free checking with internet banking, loans and lines of credit, and free financial planning services. At U.S. Bank, they're proud to support the growth and development of their communities by helping local business owners achieve success.
Thanks again to all my guests on this edition of Talk of the Town from the Guernsey County Job and Family Services, Jim Hunter and Chris Huffstutler. Also from Hospice of Guernsey, Stephanie Pfalzgraf, and from the Cambridge City Band. By the way, check out their summer concert series, Dr. Berk Jones. Always a fun time having him on set. Hey, Cambridge Main Street, one of our dear sponsors. A lot of stuff going on this summer. Make sure that you check that out. Check out their Facebook page. And don't forget to vote for Cambridge Main Street as well. Make Cambridge Main Street the Main Street in America. There's a nice little cash reward that goes with that, which will go back into our great downtown. For our producer man, Mr. Adam Green, I am Jeremy Scott saying, have yourself a fantastic day, night, or otherwise.